Welcome to the podcast of the Prison Officers Association, Britain's largest professional trade union for staff working in prisons and correctional centres, public and private mental health service trust providers and immigration services, with nearly 35,000 members. For 140 years, on the second Saturday of July, the Durham Miners' Gala takes over the city. Together with Tolpuddle, the Gala is a firm fixture in the union movement's summer calendar. General Secretary Steve Gillan has been a regular attender for more than 20 years. He told me about the lengths that the DMA, the Durham Miners' Association, go to make the event a vibrant festival of trade unionism, and why there is such a good and strong fit between the POA and the Durham Miners' Gala.
We used to, for many years, just go to Tolpuddle and not go to the Durham Miners. But, of course, the Gala is one of the biggest get-togethers in the trade union movement calendar. And I've personally been going there for the last 20 years. But we've enhanced it so that we invite our members there, branch officials there, so there's a big POA contingent, because the history, well, the sort of modern history of the Gala, when the miners' strike came, there was lots of miners that were imprisoned. And lots of those miners tell us that, in actual fact, they were well treated by prison officers who were very sympathetic to the plight when they were locked up in places like Durham Prison. I've been invited personally to speak at the Gala on 2 occasions, and also to speak at the Cathedral by the Durham Miners' Association. So we've built up our links with the DMA for many, many years now, and it's just growing from strength to strength. It's just a marvellous part of the calendar year, a proud history going back, to the 1800s and different things, marching behind the colliery banners and different things. I'm seeing new generations coming through, young children attending the Gala over the weekend and different things. And it's fabulous that it's steeped in that tradition, and that tradition continues to educate people, younger generations, about the struggles of the past. I think it has changed over the years, and sometimes you've got to move with the times as well. I think it's fabulous, the fringe meetings that they do beforehand. The DMA conduct themselves in a brilliant way as well, with up on the balcony at the hotel and watching young and old come hand in hand, dancing in a camaraderie sort of style. It's sometimes better when the weather's good, but even when it's raining, and it has in the past, it doesn't deter the spirit that you're seeing across, and people are coming from all areas of the country in order to take part in it, the big meeting, as they call it. And it's just fantastic. And I've seen some changes over the years. Sadly, some people, have passed away, like David Guy and Davy Hopper, and others coming in to do an equally difficult job in preserving the Gala and fundraising to make sure that it continues. And long may it continue, because it's, it's a part of history. And I just think it's wonderful to see the families coming along. And when you get speaking to the people up in the northeast, that they're proud. They're proud each year that generations of their families have continued to come to the big meeting, and there'll be Maras there, the friends of friends, and that's the way it'll continue for, hopefully, future generations as well.
So not just solidarity, not just showing how much the movement has in common, but a rejuvenation, a re-energization that takes place over the weekend.
Absolutely. And old friends are seeing each other from the trade union movement and different things, from the mining communities that were so horribly mutilated by the Thatcher government, quite frankly, and it was unforgivable what they'd done to the miners, and we should never forget what they'd done. They devastated whole communities in what was spiteful, unnecessary policies. But the reality is, we learn from our history and we inspire for the future.
NEC member Roger Moran attended the festival for the first time this year. He told me why it made a big impression.
Yes, it was much, much more than I expected. The scale, the atmosphere, the sheer tradition. It was a fantastic spectacle, and I felt a real sense of purpose being part of just the whole day. It's been going over 150 years. I genuinely think the attraction to everyone is the sense of belonging. Just the shared purpose, the shared sense of that belonging. Very sadly, the trade union movement is as relative today as it was back in 1871. And beyond that, there is simply loads to see and do for all the family, whoever's attending. My personal favourite part of the day, difficult. Probably the sound and sight of the marching bands. I love a tune. And also with all the banners so proudly displayed. Real lump in the throat. And as well, it was nice to have a beer in the sunshine in the fabulous historic town of Durham, where I'd never been before. So yeah, a great day all round. And what would I say to anyone thinking about booking it? Stop thinking. Simply start planning. Genuinely, it's a must-see and do for any genuine trades unionist.
David Tinnick from HMP Low Newton in County Durham itself shared what the gala means for him.
Hi, my name is David Tinnick. I've been a prison officer just short of 30 years and I currently work at HMP Low Newton here in County Durham. Yes, I've been to numerous big meetings, as we call it here in Durham. I've only missed a few. This was during my time serving in the armed forces. It's changed over the years, but still a fantastic day out to celebrate our mining heritage and trade union solidarity in the Gala's 140th year. Traditionally, it was a day all mining communities, not only from the northeast but also from communities from Scotland, Yorkshire, Derbyshire and in the Midlands. They treated the day as a holiday to meet up with old friends, neighbours and ex-colleagues. It gave them a sense of unity and a collective strength with fellow workers and colleagues. It was also a time to reflect and a powerful reminder of the mutual support provided during the tough times during strikes and pit closures. Today, we celebrate our past, but the Durham Gala has now become Europe's largest trade union gathering, keeping the spirit of collective action alive. Guest speakers and attendees use the platform to address current social issues and to advocate for workers' rights. For me, it's personal. It's when Gresford, the miners' hymn, is being played before the speeches. This year, it was played by Fishburn Band. It's a time for me to think about my heritage. My grandfather, Leslie Tinnick, who worked and lost his life in Sherburn Hill Colliery in a roof collapse in 1952. My other grandfather, Thomas Rain, who worked at Elmore Colliery, and to all my other family members who worked in the pits of the Durham coalfields. The next Miners' Gala is annually held on the second Saturday of July, which next year will be the 10th of July 2027. If you plan on coming and wanting to stay over in Durham, you need to be booking your accommodation now. On the day, get down to the city marketplace early in the morning to watch the colliery banners and brass bands congregate, then to march down to the racecourse where the big meeting is held. On the main stage there will be speeches from the invited guests, usually union leaders and politicians. Over the years, more and more POA members are attending the big meeting. HMP Franklin now have a banner which they parade through the city. We tend to meet up in front of the stage for the speeches. Once completed, we attend the HMP Durham Officers Club, the Tie Barn. It's the oldest and last officers club in the country. It's a great venue to meet up with new and retired colleagues. Durham Gala is well worth a visit.
Another person attending the Durham Miners' Gala for the first time this year was Patience Baidu from HMP Nottingham.
This is my first time attending the Durham Miners' Gala, and I was really looking forward to experiencing it myself. I mean, I had a bit of research about it, and it was a nice experience. It was even better than expected. I knew it was a big event, but I was surprised by how many people were there and how much more energy and excitement it was. In fact, the atmosphere was really fantastic. The gala brings together people from different generations and gives everyone the opportunity to celebrate their heritage and value of the mining community. After more than 150 years, this is something really special. So it's something that sense of community, that sense of belonging, I think that is what has kept people coming year after year. My favorite part was seeing all the banners and hearing different brass bands. I mean, as a first timer visitor, it was amazing to see the tradition and that's even carried on for so many years and to experience the atmosphere. Another thing that was so exciting was to see my fellow colleagues, my different POA members from different establishments. We had fun, we took pictures together, we enjoyed the brass band together. We watched football together. We had drinks together. I mean, an exciting moment to see that you have a big family. Apart from your own family, you have a big family, and I think this is something that everyone should partake in. I would definitely recommend everyone coming along. If, like me, you've never been before, it was a great opportunity to experience something completely different and be part of an important piece of Durham history. You really have to experience this atmosphere yourself. I mean, you can take 2 days off your time to come and enjoy and to come and experience this historic moment and then enjoy the fantastic atmosphere.
Steve Gillan always appreciates the warm welcome given to the POA contingent at the Gala by the DMA and is keenly aware of many miners' continuing search for justice.
Oh, it was a massively warm welcome. I mean, some prison officers were a little bit worried about the reception that they'd get being prison officers, but it's a very warm reception, very well received by the DMA, very well received by even people that had spent time in prison in the miners' strike and different things. And we all know the Battle of Orgreave, where people were treated appallingly by the establishment. Things were made up, and there should be a public inquiry into what happened. So, people say, well, it's a long, long time ago. But the reality is some people still feel very bitter and need total justice because they hadn't done anything wrong, quite frankly. They were fighting effectively and campaigning for their jobs being decimated. Yes, it split communities, it split even families, and, they effectively starved them back to work, to be honest with you. But the reality is they should be proud of their history. And we should never forget what's happened to what effectively was a tough, tough job, being a miner. And it was tough in those communities. And they stuck together, and they should be very proud of that. And if we can keep that going through the banners, through the brass bands, because it's a fantastic weekend out. And I'm proud of the POA part of it. I mean, at the start, it used to just be maybe me and Colin Moses and Brian Caton that used to go. Now, it's really increased. A lot of our executive members go. It's part of our calendar year. We encourage local branch officials to come, and we pay for them to come. We pay for their accommodation and different things, and we advertise it through our POA circulars, and it seems to be increasing across our membership, to be honest with you, where people just turn out because they want to turn out, they want to feel part of it and see what's going on. And I've never heard anybody say that they didn't enjoy the weekend.
The final words go to NEC member Jackie Marshall.
I've been to Durham Miners' Gala on numerous occasions, so I know what to expect. But what always stands out every year is the enthusiasm of those people in the streets, those watching on, those in the march, and those giving the speeches, and the respect given to the dignitaries on the balcony of the county hotel. It's good for the POA to be there, and it was good to see different people from the POA there this year. more people came for the first time, and I hope they continue to come. And if anybody else is thinking about coming, then they should come, turn up, be part of the bigger trade union movement and enjoy the gala.
My thanks to Steve, Roger, David, Patience, and special thanks to Jackie, who worked hard to develop and deliver this episode. You can find out more about the union's involvement in the gala and all the work that is carried out on behalf of POA members by visiting poauk.org.uk, where there is also information on how to join the union should you not already be a member. Thank you for listening. We hope you have enjoyed what you have heard and will join us for the next episode of the POA podcast. Thank you and goodbye.